Imagine yourself sailing away on a beautiful cruise to Margaritaville, or on Margaritaville, depending on your viewpoint. But here's the kicker. There's no cost to you. Yes, you heard that right. This cruise is free for qualified heroes. Who are these heroes? Well, if you're in the military, first responder, or a teacher, and even more on that list, then there's an amazing opportunity for you. It is a Hero Sail Free program with Margaritaville at Sea. But before I get started, I want to thank the viewer who made this video suggestion, wanting to know more information, because I'm here to help you. So everyone who's watching my videos, feel free to request a video and I may make it. That is my goal. And if you're someone who's heard of this program before, it has changed recently, so I'm going to hop into these details. So how does this program work? Well, I'll walk you through the details because the free sailings are limited, but there is a second option and the free fare is not available. After I go through those first two options, I'm going to go walk you through how to book this cruise. First, you must be one of the eligible groups to qualify for either of these two programs. I will have photos on the screen for the full list. You may need to pause because the list of people who qualify are pretty extensive. You have to be either a current or retired military personnel, and this does include spouses and dependents up to the age of 24. First responders like police, firefighters, EMTs, other medical workers. Educators like teachers of any grade level, K through 12, university. And check out these details because it's more than just those members. Because teachers can't function without the other support staff. Government employees at the federal, state, and local levels, not including government contractors. And if you qualify, you get to sail for free. And as you can see, a lot of people qualify for this. Margaritaville says this is a way they can say thank you in a big way for your service and all you do for the community in our nation. And this is a way to give back to those who have given us so much. Okay, now you're probably wondering what's included and what's not. Good question. There are two offers. I'll cover the free one first. The free portion covers the cruise fare itself for a guaranteed cabin, which means the cruise line chooses your room, inside cabin for up to 2 people as long as the hero's in the room. Simply put, your cabin's paid for, your meals are paid for, entertainment, ships experiences like the pool, shows are all included. Port activities are going to be a separate cost. The best thing about a Margaritaville cruise is there's something for everyone. Families, couples, singles, and you're not paying a cruise fare for this. However, you may not be paying a cruise fare, but there are still things you have to pay for, like taxes, fees, gratuities, optional drinks, specialty restaurants, things you want to do in port. But the biggest and most expensive part is the cruise fare. Taxes and fees, not that much. And you don't have to eat at the specialty restaurants. There's plenty of free options to eat while on the cruise. Same thing, you don't have to drink alcohol, but come on, most of us will. So it's just like any other cruise. Another thing to keep in mind is you do also have to pay for third and fourth guests at prevailing rates if they want to join you in the same room. However, some of these offers are stackable. So it is possible to get the Kids Sail free offer for your third or fourth guest, or a third or fourth guest free offer in general on select dates. So it could be possible I just pay taxes and fees for 2 to 4 guests, which is pretty darn awesome. So you could potentially go on a 7-day cruise for just a few $100. Well, normally it'll cost you a few thousand. Back to the cabin that's included. You get a guaranteed cabin, inside cabin, which means no windows, no balcony, and that's what you get by default with this offer. However, it is possible to choose your own cabin at a free price on select dates. Not always an option, but it's worth a shot to try. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. Terms and conditions say no, but sometimes you still can get it. The free cruise fare is for a base room, interior room. It is also possible to upgrade to a higher tier room, like an ocean view, a balcony, or even a suite room, but to pay the price difference. And again, this is all dependent on availability, so it's not always possible, but there are situations where this is possible. So this deal sounds great because it is great. However, the one downside is it is limited to select sailings. Not all dates qualify. Sometimes the dates are plentiful for this offer, and sometimes it's difficult to come by. It just kind of depends on the situation. That prompts the next question. What happens if my date does not qualify for the free offer? Well, don't fret. You still have an offer. This is the second one I'll be talking about. It is a flat 20% off on any selling on the Islander and Paradise. So this offer is very simple. It's 20% off. And a lot of times it also can be combined with the kid sale free offer or third, fourth guest sales free offer on select sellings. Notice it says the Islander and the Paradise. The Beachcomber was just announced a few weeks ago. The terms and conditions has not been yet updated to include this ship. But if you log onto the website, you do see some 20% off deals for this ship. Those aren't terms and conditions as of yet. So exact 20% off on their newest ship. However, when I looked, there's only 5 sellings available. There might be more or less by the time you check it out, but keep that in mind. It could change. One thing I find is not many people hear about this offer. They don't know about this. Why is that? Well, one, Margaritaville, it's a fairly new cruise line. Not people know much about this cruise line. And two, I don't hear any travel agents talking about this because they can't book these rates, or nor do they get a commission on these rates. How I know this is because I'm a travel agent and I have booked people on this rate or helped them book it with that rate because I can't book it myself. I'll walk them through the process, which is what I'm going to do next on this video. Why am I doing this even though I make no commission? It's because I'm here to help you as a travel agent. Sometimes that costs me money, but at the end of the day, I'm here to help you, and that is my main goal. And I just hope you keep me in mind for your next cruise or book your extras with me for that cruise, like air, hotel, etc. Anywho, let me walk you through how to redeem this offer. All right, first thing you're going to do is go to GOVX website. It's simple, just govx.com. And if you're not already a member, sign up. You click on there and sign up the email. It's going to ask you to verify who you are. Use your email address that qualifies you, whether it be your work email, pretty much what's going to be your work email. They don't have you show proof of ID or any other thing. So I'm just going to log in because I already have an account. So I'm going to sign in. All right, now I'm signed in. Let's go to Margaritaville. And here we are. Is your Hero Sell free offer. Terms and conditions, which I will click this button, redeem offer, and it'll forward you to the Margaritaville website here. And it has a little brief details of what it's looking for. So, hey, here's some free cabins. It kind of gives you an idea of what the price will be. So you come in, you'll see free cabin, free cabin, free cabin, or extra 20% off. So that's how you know what your free sellings are. And if you click on dates available, you'll be able to see here, for example, this specific selling is a Hero cabin for free guests are there with you, and this one is just 20% off. So it will vary. That was a short selling, but if you keep looking, it's not just the short ones. Look here, free cabin for a 7-day. What date is this? November 2nd. Ooh, my birthday weekend. Ooh. That's tempting. So here's a 7-day cruise. Free cabin, free guest. So it's free for the Hero. Third and fourth guest sell free. That's what I'm talking about. You can find some really good deals. And my face is in the way. Continue booking. As you can see, a 7-day cruise for 2 people. Go to the details. There is no cruise fare. You just pay tax and fees. 7-day cruise for $367.26. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. And you just go through the check-in process as normal. It is simple as that. So that is how you book the Hero Sell Free. I've personally taken advantage of this offer several times, and it's the best thank you gift that any cruise line could give you. Better than Norwegian, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, etc. when it comes to free cruises for those people who served most to us. Thank you for your service from the military, first responders, and educators. If you enjoyed it, you need more questions, let me know in the comments. If you have any more suggestions for videos I should make in the future, again, let me know because I want to help you. Hope to see you all aboard one of these cruises, and I'll see y'all again soon.